Welcome back, everybody. We're going to get started with the second game fairly soon between No Sorry and Nemiga. Nemiga coming into that one as the favourites, but No Sorry ending it as the winners. And they look really good with this final Abaddon pick. The acts in the lane with the Scarth Mage, Scarth Mage couldn't do anything. No real rundown to come through from them. And once the Aphotic Shield started to come through to defend from the harass coming out from the Scarth, the axe couldn't get close. He was just being harassed away. He wasn't able to get himself in close for the calls. The damage was too much as well in these from the jump in from the Bat Rider. They got the kills and they did get a good setup. I did think Nemiga were going to be able to take that one, but yeah, the axe lane just got nowhere close to working out, and the damage output from No Sorry, they couldn't even get the kill into Denozric, and yeah, once he started to get online with the Radiance coming through, with the Manta style as well, being able to just solo down towers with the help of the Primal Beast and the Bat Rider in the fights, even Yon, being able to get the jump in from time to time for that initiation, and then obviously you've got the Undying to follow up, and then the rest of the team to follow up there as well. It was just hard for Nemiga to even fight around that. And yeah, No Sorry, they just took full advantage of the damage they could do in the fights. And with how tanky, how survivable they were once these BKBs started to come out, there was nothing Nemiga could do in this game. So as we get ourselves into the second draft, we'll see just how Nemiga are going to respond to this. Because No Sorry, they want this win. They can taste it. They're going to go straight in for the Broodmother. But Nemiga, did they lay the Broodmother trap? Or is it going to be No Sorry able to run over them here? Death Prophet, Ember Spirit, as well as, the Ember Spirit ban. So Nemiga even doing them a favor with this ban here as well. Banning out the Ember up against the Broodmother. That is, yeah, that is definitely a ban you can go for. But do they want to go for the... I think, no, sorry, they ban out the Slark, the Anti-Mage, and the Pudge in this next round of bans. There's Nemiga. Yeah, they pick up the Disruptor, but again, the Primal Beast and the Dragon Knight being banned out here from No Sorry.
5 seconds remaining.
So yeah, I think the big three, if you're No Sorry, the big three you do want to be banning out is the Slark, Anti-Mage, and the Pudge. Pudge just being able to run you down with the Rot. You put it with someone in the lane with like the Crystal Maiden, or even the Disruptor, or even the Monkey King. Ooh. So there is a lot of options here for Nemiga. In fact, they could just go straight for this Disruptor Monkey King combo here. Make life hard for the Brood.
Monkey King.
Yeah, easy pickup, easy response. And Nemiga have laid the trap. Executed it perfectly, and now we'll see if it pays off in the game. It's like you execute it perfectly. You pick two heroes after the Brood comes up, but the Disruptor Monkey King combo in the safe lane here, the Broodmother's going to suffer.
10 seconds remaining.
Earlier on, you're going to be taking a lot of damage.
Dire team ban.
Techies!
Okay, the Techies comes up from No Sorry, but yeah, earlier on, you're going to be taking a lot of damage on the Brood because you have... you need to go for your webs as well as your Silken Bowler, and then your Insatiable Hunger starts to come out. But the Monkey King already has 2 points in the Jingu and the point in the Balance Strike at that point.
10 seconds.
You've got the Disruptor with the kinetic field for the lockdown, so your movement speed doesn't matter if you're just going to be hitting a kinetic wall. And then the glimpse back. So even if you do try and run yourself away, you're going to get dragged right back into the Monkey King. Monkey King having a better range on you as well.
Oh my god, unlucky, I guess.
Yeah, unlucky, I guess. There's Broodmother. It was there. It was left open. No Sorry. They go for it. And Nemiga, they just go straight in for the Disruptor Monkey King combo. On the lane. And all of a sudden, this Brood game, it isn't looking as free after just 2 picks after it was picked up. So we'll see. I mean, I think this is going to be like the Axe in the last game. He just really won't be able to get his early game momentum going. And he will suffer for it. The Broodmother wanted to go for the Greaves into like a pipe. It's just going to put him on the back foot all the way through. They do ban out the Naga, thinking maybe this might be the support Monkey King. Maybe, no, sorry, not quite sure about this combo. Maybe thinking they might try and jam in the Naga Siren somewhere else. But I really do think this is going to be the Disruptor 5, the Monkey King 1 on the safe lane. So yeah, Nemiga banning out the Drow Ranger. Probably the Morphlin as well. I wouldn't be surprised. You want to take that away from the side of No Sorry if you are running that Monkey King. But we'll see what the bans for No Sorry are going to be.
5 seconds remaining. Ban.
Okay, they take away the puck. Yeah, more lockdown. More lockdown's nice inside. Well, you've got the weird constant command as well to stack storm come out. Okay.
Oh
So
my
Nemiga,
god.
they do go
Unlucky,
back
I
for the
guess.
Pangolier.
Dire team pick.
No sorry. What's a combo straight into that Bat Rider? Okay, so I mean the Bat Rider had a really good time against the Pango in the last game, and yeah, the rotation coming through from the side of Nemiga, they weren't able to win that lane here for the Pango, and Bat Rider coming right back out here for no sorry. And we'll see if Pangolier. I mean, he did suffer a little bit because he went in for the shield crash at level 1 on the Pango and not the swashbuckle. So the Bat Rider was still able to get the sticky napalms off in the Pango fairly early. But I mean, that's only one level. You do keep him away from the creeps.
Crystal Maiden.
Okay, Crystal Maiden comes out here for no sorry. What did he want to pair with this? Did he want to look for the Pudge themselves? Again, well, I mean, a Crystal Maiden slot combo, again, would be pretty good here for no sorry. Monkey King can't get up the Jingu if he can't hit the target because the Slark Shadow Danced. Well, the Slark just continues to take away the Essence Shift of the Agi of the Monkey King with the Essence Shift. So how do they want to answer back?
Dire team ban.
Slark.
Okay, no, it's actually going to be the pause for Monkey King, I guess. I really would have thought you put, or maybe even the mid Slark off lane Pango carry Monkey King. Because I really think even the Slark, I did say about the Slark as well. The Slark up against the Broodmother is still a really good hero. Up against the Brood, you just get the Dark Pact off every time he tries to throw in the Silken Bowler. You just purge that one off, get yourself on top of the Broodmother. With the Pounce as well, you do a lot of damage over to the Broodmother. So either the Monkey King or the Slark in lane here. The Slark might not be a bad matchup against the Bat as well. It depends if Malrine plays him, but you put that Pangolier in the off lane, and those are your 3 cores. 3 melee cores, though, if you were going to go for, you're still going to have 3 melee heroes. They ban out the Bloodseeker. And what else would you look to take out here?
Ten seconds remaining.
What else would you? You've got to take the Morphlin out. I think you have to take the Morphlin out here. They take out the Faceless Void instead. Doom going to go out for no sorry. So the other thing in this is going to be the pause for Monkey King, the Disruptor on the position 5. Still the mid lane Pangolier and the Slark in the safe lane for Violent once again. And Violent, again, coming up against the Broodmother in the lane, should have a way better time. Even with the Techie still being here, the lane should be way better here for the side of Nemiga. They should be able to win this lane. They should be able to take advantage of the Broodmother and be able to pull this one back. No, sorry. What is their final ban? What do they think Nemiga want to go for here? Or going to be strong up against their carry to come out? And again, I would not hate, no, sorry, going for the Morphlin. So what's this final ban going to be? Is no, sorry, taking the time. They do have the next pick as well. So they ban out the Anti-Mage? Or is it the Anti-Mage for no, sorry? As Nemiga, do they ban this one out? Big choice here for Nemiga. What is this final ban coming through for them here in the second game? Because again, Nemiga are on the back foot. They ban out the Ricky. No, sorry. No, sorry. What's it going to be that you want to pick up? The Monkey King, if this is the position 4, even if it is the AM, you should still have a really good time. Just be able to put the Jingo off, and they actually go back for the Abaddon. Okay, so they're going to run it back here. The Crystal Maiden to come out to be able to set up to the Abaddon, can run them down, and Nemiga, they pick up the Darkseer.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh, I still don't know about that. Should be able to burn through the Aphotic Shields, while the Darkseer shouldn't be in range, so the Darkseer doesn't put himself at risk of damage from those Aphotic Shields, but you've got the Crystal Maiden and the Abaddon to chase down. Once that curse starts to come out as well, the Darkseer could be in trouble after the Frostbite. The curse should stack up. Yeah, or maybe you save the Frostbite for that surge. So you get on top of him with the Crystal Nova and the Abaddon chasing down with the Curse of Avernus. And then when he tries to get the surge away, the Frostbite comes out for the Crystal Maiden. And Darkseer, this is going to be rough for him, I think, in this lane again. But Dominic not going to have any easy time in this game. It's not going to be anywhere close to
10
as easy it was
seconds
for that Primal
remaining.
Beast in the last game here for the Broodmother in this one. Coming against the Violent Slark and
5
so bad on the
seconds
Disruptor.
remaining.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, a little bit of a closer game, but I still... Nemiga's lineup's pretty nice up against into No Sorries, but if Abaddon gets uncontested in the lane again, we saw just how effective, or excuse me, how ineffective the Slark was up against the Abaddon in the last game. And we might just see a repeat of this. If they don't put that early pressure onto the Abaddon, if they don't get some early kills onto him, slow down this Radiance while the Slark finds his items, Nemiga could suffer. So I think this one's going to be a little bit more open coming into this game, but no, sorry, they've already proved they can do it once. Can they do it in a second game here up against Nemiga? With this Abaddon pick up against the Slark carry. Monkey King, again, he tries to come in with a harass with Jingu. Abaddon's going to come out with a Photic Shield, so Monkey King not going to be able to harass down, I don't think, on the Abaddon like you would want to. And we'll see if Hellscream's even going to get that free game that you usually see on the pause for Monkey Kings. Coming up against the melee heroes, the melee carries in the lane, because, like I say, he wants to go for the Jingu, so he wants to get the Orb of Corrosion out, like a Diffuse Blade out for the Monkey King as well, but he might be forced to go back for something like a Glimmer, forced to have more actual support items. But first, before we get started with game number 2, we are going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, getting back into it, like I say, no sorry, they are in the driver's seat in the second game. They're going to go for a... Do they want to go for smoke into this? Because there's going to be a 5-man smoke coming out from the side of Nemiga. Nemiga waiting in the river. They're looking for this now as well. Dominic, though, he's in a really weird position. I mean, what you'd expect the spider to be, right on the wall. Smallerine eats the trees. We'll see the Brood. But the Brood going to be able to walk himself away. And yeah, it looks like no sorry. He might dodge out the first blood, giving up the first blood this time.
So beautiful.
If we take a look, player cams again,
30
everyone's
seconds
looking
to
concentrating, fairly serious. We see, yeah, even with the cat ears coming through, they're great. You know, taking this one very seriously. On the side of no, sorry. Violent, does he actually want to come into this? Does Osric's going to be close here now as well, so we may be just looking for wards. Looking to see if anything's been placed down. The tower won't attack him all the way through, though. We get the odds
The battle begins.
from EGB. They still think Nemiga are the favourites. In fact, longer odds on no sorry coming into this one. And Nemiga a little bit more favoured in game number 2. Maybe down to the draft, but yeah, they've already shown they can do it once. I thought the odds would have got a little bit closer here on the side of no sorry, but EGB thinking that it is going to be Nemiga coming in as the favourites. And yeah, maybe again, looking at the lineup, just consider this to be a little bit of an easier time here for the side of Nemiga as the glimpse comes out onto Dominic, sends him back 10 paces, but really he's not going to care about that. A little bit of damage onto Dom as well. But for the most part, just an inconvenience from Sobat. And yeah, Vazia top lane. Double Iron Shell coming through, but Nosric should be able to protect himself. In fact, this just means, I mean, the Crystal Maiden coming through, you get the kill, Crystal Nova going to be popped.
First blood.
And no sorry, they pick up the first blood. Really good start here for the side of no sorry, picking up that first blood. And yeah, Vazia got way too aggressive. Again, playing this melee hero into the Aphotic Shield. He just played too close. You know, he should have let the Iron Shells deal with the Aphotic Shield and then look to do the damage after the fact. But then Osric just walked right up to him with those double Iron Shells going. Did the damage with the Aphotic Shield onto him. The Crystal Nova comes out and Vazia can't walk himself away. Takes too much damage and will go down. Dominic, though, on the bottom lane again. Slark Violent here should have a bit of a better time. Coming up against this Broodmother, you know, should be able to get a couple of kills out on the Brood, especially with the help of so bad with a glimpse into, well, I mean, Slark not level 2 just yet, so top lane though, Crystal Maiden is level 2. Frostbite will be used. Crystal Nova's coming through as those surges fly through here. But Black Archangel, he's got the mangoes. So he'll be able to put the harass onto Vazia. Vazia has to hide himself in the trees. And yeah, once again, Denozeric, he's just being uncontested in the lane. Dominic actually gets... What? Excuse me? How? Oh, he went for the pounce and not the Dark Pact. So he tried to get aggressive, yeah. Tried to get that kill off, but Yon comes through with the sticky bombs. The blast off connects as well. And the damage is just way too much here. Broodmother being able to come in with a Silken Ball as well if he tries to go for the pounce here on Violent. They can turn it around when these spells are on cooldown here on the side of No Sorry. So who really laid this trap? You know, there's like, it's 60 chests coming out here for the side of No Sorry. They know they're going to go for something like the Slack. So you go for the burst damage here onto Yon. Yon, though, going to be out of mana. Yeah, really didn't expect to see the Slark death here in this bottom lane. I thought he would have been able to get the kill onto the Brood. Hellscream, again, being forced away. Won't be able to get the pull through to connect. Vazia trying to do what he can with the camps, but Hellscream being forced back. Really not going to be able to come up onto the Abaddon on this lane. Not with the help of the Crystal Maiden, anyway. So, Archangel, Frostbite comes out, and Hellscream tries to go for the Jingu. Doesn't matter. Black Archangel going to be able to walk himself away with the 4 Mango still here for the Crystal Maiden as well, forcing out the regen from Hellscream. Already has to use that Salvin. Really, if you are Hellscream, you want to be relying on the Jingu lifesteal for this, but again, the Frostbite in the lane, Dark Angel. Again, Dark Angel, Black Archangel going to set up to try and get the kill. It's unlocked some like core memory of like watching that show as a kid on Sky. Hellscream, though, won't be taking the tower damage all the way here. Walks himself away from that tower, though. The Crystal Nova comes out, and Hellscream going to be taking a hell of a lot of Frost. The Iron Shell doing work here, but yeah. Monkey King, you don't really want to be invested in a lot of regen, as you only get the kill onto Showbad? Did he actually go for more here? Violent has to play away from the lane. Yeah, as a Monkey King, you don't want to be investing in a whole lot of regen, because you want to be proccing this Jingu Mastery, but with the lockdown here with Crystal Maiden, with the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova, the Aphotic Shield to come through, you just don't get a whole lot off of Hellscream, and Hellscream put in a really tricky position here.
Liquid.
So, Archangel doing his rounds. We've not really talked about the mid lane. How's this going between Batrider and Pango here? Pango. Okay. They get the kill. And they do take down Yon this time. So good jump to come through here as the bounties are going to be claimed. But, yeah, how's Malorine looking? Malorine's top of the last hits, but the Batrider not too far behind here now as well. Top lane, Hellscream. Does he want to try and come in with his Jingu? Oh, no, the Surge comes out, but it means now the Dark Seer, he might be in trouble. The Chase comes down, and yeah, the Crystal Nova slow comes out now as well. Vazia drops a second Iron Shield, but it doesn't really matter. That just means the Aphotic Shield is going to pop a little bit sooner. And they get the kill, even getting the chase down into Hellscream now as well. Hellscream with the Mischief. And Osric gets himself the double. Really well done. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Dominic, though, the blast off comes through. Do they want to try and turn this around? The Dark Pact, it will be used. And this is where the power spike, no, the chase in. And with the insatiable hunger here, Violent could be in trouble. The sticky bomb comes through. They're going to be able to take down Violent.
Unlucky, I guess.
No, just unlucky, he guesses, but over a kill a minute here. This lane in the bottom lane should be going the way of Nemiga. And all of a sudden, no, sorry, they've turned it on. They've got the damage and they're getting the kills. They did lose Yond. But, yeah, for the most part, Dominic, he's having a great time here. Second in net worth behind the Abaddon. Showbad going to be chased down. What does the Techies want to go towards? Is it going to be the mana boots for both Dominic as well as Yond? It means they will be able to sustain the mana in the lane. Top lane. Looks like there might be another fight to break out again, but on the bottom lane. Oh, top lane though, chased down. Bound the strike was used. Hellscream trying to do what he can with the Jingu as well onto the Crystal Maiden, but Dodrin gets the kill onto Malorine in the mid lane. It is going all three lanes here, going in favor of the side of No Sorry. Top lane now as well. Black Archangel gets the Frostbite. Double Crystal Nova. Hellscream going to look for the chase down here. Does still have that Jingu up. As Denosric just continues to farm. Yeah, Denosric again being uncontested in the lane. You look at the Darkseer, he's getting off the Iron Shells to get the farm onto the camps, it looks like, you know, getting a few creeps as well. But it's not contesting the Abaddon's farm at all whatsoever. He's looking really clean. Here Denosric in game number 2 once again and again. It's going to be the Radiance to come out here for the Abaddon. Bottom lane, Violent trying to contest here. Yon's in, trying to push the pull. Take down the neutrals in here. Dominic will be able to lead this one right back over. So the creep equilibrium in the lane going to equalize in favor of the Brood once again. And you can see that already the rotations coming through in the mid lane here. The smoke Malorine from Sobad as well as Malorine. So the smoke comes out. Dominic Yond is playing away, maybe looking to get some of these stacks off top lane. They get the kill onto Archangel. So they will actually be able to get that kill. Did he get the kill to Dominic on the bottom lane now? Dominic, the pounce comes through. They've got the catch. Broodmother. Here he is going to be leashed. Can he walk himself away? Well, not with Sobad. Did he have the vision for the glimpse? They don't even need it now. The Rolling Thunder comes through. Sobad will get the kill. And it don't go great there for the Brood. In fact, you could say it does go so bad for him. Being caught out like that. The Techie's being away. Looking to get the pulls off. Looking to get the stacks off. Jordan, though, rotating over with his Firefly. So he's going to get the neutrals as well as the creep wave. He's got the last open 5 seconds as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Coming
attack.
into this one, kinetic field's going to be used. Dodrin, I mean, the flame break comes through now as well. Does he want to try and go the kill onto Sobad? But Violent, he'd already backed himself up. Dodrin, though, the glimpse gets used. And Violent might actually give up this kill. Dodrin getting low, but the rotations was that swashbuckle. Does he get it now as well? Dodrin back onto it, and it's going to be slowed down with the sticky bomb. The blast off comes through. He's going to go for the TP, but that lasso is available. Does he want to go for it? The lockdown onto Impangale. He's going to be able to get himself away. The swashbuckle. So Dodrin got tempted in when he should have just give up and left. And Mallory now, he might actually get a good couple of kills out of this. Shield crash into the swash. If he can get it now as well, he might actually be able to save the swash for a couple of creeps. And yeah, the Bat Rider, he was so low, gets baited back into the web, so coming in for Dominic. Dominic's on the chase. You might see Mallory. Mallory's going to try and deny himself to the neutrals, which he does do. Yeah, Dodrin getting overconfident. It will cost him his life. While this is going on, Violent rotates himself into the mid lane. Maybe trying to swap these lanes around. Yeah, because Violent really not having a good time. Last it's 19-11 to the 42, and the 24 denies here of the Brood.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane. We'll see if Hellscream wants to make a dive onto Black Archangel. He's got this Iron Shell going here. Balance Strike comes out. He's going to the Primal Spring in now as well, but the Photic Shield comes through. Archangel, the vacuum comes back, but he just puts Hellscream in danger now. And it looks like Archangel going to be able to walk himself away. Vazia even going to be taking a couple of tower shots from this now as well. But Iron Shell into the wall. It gets dropped, but then so does Hellscream. And Vazia, the sounds comes out from the curse, and it looks like they're going to be able to get the chase down. Does he get 2 out of this once again here? Vazia trying to get himself away, but the chase down from Denozric, that Photic Shield, it will pop, and it looks like that might be enough to get the kill here. Trying to chase down around the trees, but a Photic Shield gets the kill. Yeah, that's the wall being dropped here from the Darkseer. They just could not do the damage in Dino. How's he looking? 700 gold away, 600 gold away, but bottom lane, the Rolling Thunder comes through. They get the kill onto Dominic once again. At least we're getting something out of this in the bottom lane. Yeah, Violent trying to do what he can in the mid lane now as well. He's going to be 3 levels behind the Bat Rider as he looks for that solo farm. Yeah, swapping the lanes over here. Marine with that level advantage over the Brood. And we'll see if the lane switch up's going to pay off. Because Violent has that 6 now as well, so he has the Shadow Dance available. Hellscream takes himself a double damage rune. We'll see if he's going to try and go for the engage here. Once again, the glimpse comes out, but Dominic, he hasn't TP'd in. He just walked himself into a little bit of harass, a little bit of an inconvenience on the Broodmother. But the Broodmother is going to be really good at just saying, okay, well, I'll take the creeps and then just move into the jungle. He's level 7 now as well, Dominic. He has these spawn spiderlings available, just looking to get the webs down. And will be able to move himself into the stacks. So yeah, the spiderlings, they're going to start to come out here. And Dominic, even if he can't put a lot of damage onto the towers, you know, considerably farm down these towers, he's still going to get the farm coming through from the neutrals and then back into the wave. Thanks to these spiderlings, looking to accelerate the farm. And in fact, from the side of No Sorry, they look comfortable to leave Denozric alone on the top lane now as well. They want to start to run the Crystal Maiden around. Baron has a Sacred Relic. So we'll see a smoke coming through here from the side of No Sorry. No Sorry, the first one's to break the 10 kill barrier here as well, but nobody's going to be here. The Spiderland scout out. They will be able to come right back onto this tier 1 tower. And the smoke not going to be effective because purely Nemiga avoiding the bottom lane now. And Dominic, he's going to be able to get himself some good farm. Get himself towards the Greaves. And start to get the items on the board for the Broodmother. So the Broodmother, even though I thought this was going to be an awful time here for Dominic, he's had a really good time. In fact, sitting 3rd on the net worth. Double, and I like that he went for the double Wraithband as well. Offers him that survivability. And just offers a fight back when the Slark did get the pounce off. And it ended up getting a good, you know, 1-2-1. Showing a kill, an assist. And now, do they actually want to chase down the Spylons? They scout out so bad. Do they want to make a move? I mean, Sobad's getting close. Spiderland's just scouting out. They will be making a move right back, though. And again, top lane, we're going to see Violent as well as Hellscream making a move over here, but the TP coming through from the Batrider already. Visor drops the wall. The Nosric should just be able to walk himself away. I mean, I suppose it's nice for the Darkseer, because you get the curse coming out from the Abaddon, though, because you get the damage coming through Violent. They might want to turn this one around. They do. The lasso comes through, and this will be the death of the Darkseer. And now they can go for even more Violent. Do they have the lockdown? The Static Storm gets dropped, though. They might be able to get the kill onto the Abaddon. Not with the borrowed time. He wants to carry on going to Violent now. Freezing Field gets dropped by Archangel. Glimpse here, Nosric though, he's already got that Aphotic Shield coming through. Rolling thunder from Malrine, can they get the kill? I mean, Nosric now is going to be slowed down, Diffusal Blade comes out, and the Aphotic Shield going to be popped right away. Hellscream makes a dive here, doesn't have that Aphotic Shield, doesn't have the mana for it for the next couple of seconds, and he won't have his life. They do finally, after a game and 12 minutes, get the kill onto the Abaddon. But while that's going on, Archangel can he get himself away from that Wukong's command. The damage coming through, and Hellscream, Malrine will be able to get the kill. It costs them a 4-hero rotation, a 5-hero rotation on the side of Nemiga, just to get the kill onto the Abaddon, just to get the kill onto Crystal Maiden. And now, I mean, the Abaddon's finished off his Radiance, so he's going to be going back into the Mantis style. He's going to be able to look to push down towers in the top lane. Yeah, the blast off comes through. They might try and go into Vazzy here. Vazzy can get himself away in the bottom lane. The blast off, it doesn't actually connect. So Vazia, I mean, he's got no wall for the next 20 seconds, but he had a mechanism. So it wasn't awful if he gets gone on there. You know, he can still heal himself up, look to run himself away. But yeah, you can see that Hellscream, Malrine, and Violent, they're just looking to group up. Maybe put the pressure onto Abaddon again. I mean, Abaddon has that Radiance up now, so it's going to be harder for Violent to try and get this jump onto the Abaddon. Even if he does just want to try and fight into this one. And yeah, Nosric, he might actually go for the chase down now as well. Frostbite comes out. Monkey King, can he get himself away from this one? Still going to be harassed. Crystal Nova, no! The double balance comes out, and Hellscream might be able to get the tree dance away, but the Frostbite, it still comes through. Can they cut the right tree here? It looks like they will be able to. The blast off comes through, and they get the kill onto Hellscream, giving it the way of Nosric. Bottom lane, the Batrider cancels the TP in. Okay, he's got the Boots of Travel, but he cancels it. Looking towards his BKB here on Dodrin. And we'll see just what they're going to be able to do in this with this Batrider, because I mean, he's going towards his BKB. Dominic, how's he looking as well? Hellscream. Yeah, the Monkey King actually went in for the double Wraith Band for survivability and not the Orb of Corrosion and Diffusal Blade. So it actually looks like it's going to be Phase Boots into a BKB for the Monkey King. 3-man chase down now. Dominic, he might be in the wrong position. Spiderlands might pay the price if he looks to scout them out, though. Again, 3 heroes from the side of Nemiga. Maybe 4 looking for a hunt down. But no, sorry, they're looking to respond. The glimpse comes out. Crystal Maiden. Does he actually take the damage here? Archangel. Connected Field will be used. Yeah, the Crystal Maiden should go down, but again, early warning system here. In fact, if they want to carry on going into this, because the Rolling Thunder will be ending fairly soon now, and Yon takes a lot of damage, and Wukong's command will be used, but Dominic, do they get the damage with chasing from the Brood? The wall does come through. The lasso, the lockdown onto the Darkseer. The Darkseer, though, might be able to get himself away from this one, even turn around with the Iron Shell. It looks like they lose both the supports on the side of No Sorry, and then look to back themselves away. Again, 4 heroes. With the chase down, Dominic, he might have hung around a little bit too long. Doesn't have a web to walk over, and again, Malrine with the Diffusal Blade. So they are looking for the 4-man rundown on the side of Nemiga here. They do only get both supports. And, I mean, the supports are nice. They even block out the camp. So the Bruno, yeah, our observer, just pointing that one out. There's Nosric. Yeah, going towards that Manta Star once again on the Abaddon. He's looking, again, top of the net worth. He's looking really good. You can see that Violent's going to be about 3,000 gold behind the Abaddon here. So Violent really not had the game that you'd expect him to have. And No Sorry. I mean, they were one of the teams I was expecting last tour to push on towards those top slots. They ended up faltering and ended up that tour 3 to 4 in series, but they do have it in the bag to be able to take these wins, you know, to be able to pull it out. It's just a consistency issue. And I think that's a big issue for everybody in Division 2. They just can't consistently play to the level that you expect from them and the level that you've seen them play in the past. You know, sometimes they do fall down a little bit. So Nemiga, they're going to look for the push in mid. Sticky Bomb comes out. The Iron Shell will be here to push out onto any creeps. But it looks like the side of No Sorry. Do they want to defend this? They might be able to. I mean, the Abaddon even rotates over here, so Denozric might want to get involved. Meanwhile, the Batrider still looking towards that BKB. Going to be about 800 gold away, so there might be the rotation coming in this time from the Pangolier. They see the ward, they have the ward, and now they see Dodrin. Roll Thunder, but or do they want to go for a re-engage of their own? Flamebreak comes out.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And yeah, the
under
double
attack.
wardage, so they both see each other. And yeah, the D-ward does come through now, so Dodrin, he's going to be safe, he's going to be fine, he's not going to be engaged on whatsoever. Okay, how's the Darkseer doing? Vazia, he's looking, he's got himself his Greaves. Yeah, the Iron Shell really effective against the Spiderlings as well, so he will be able to farm those up if Dominic tries to get aggressive with the double Iron Shell. Going straight in towards this shot. So slows enemies for 50% and deals 35 damage per second in 0.5 intervals. Yeah, the kill's gonna be nice. Did he get the lockdown now as well? It's gonna be so bad. Denozric does get the kill, even with the glimpse coming out. Denozric just says thanks, that's where I was going anyway. Towards this mid lane to find even more farm, and now Abaddon, he's got the recipe coming through. Just needs about 1400 gold here, the Abaddon, for this last ultimate orb to get himself towards that and finish off the Manta Style. And again, once that Manta Style comes out, I don't even think he needs to wait for something like a BKB or anything like that. I think even last time, the Abaddon went for the Basher next. So the Monkey King, he's self-teasied. He's looking to just get some vision out, but the bomb, it comes up from Yond, and before it explodes, Hellscream just has to go for the jump away on the trees. And we'll see now the Abaddon again, about 1,000 gold away. Not too far away from getting this ultimate orb with the way he's farming up in this game. So once he's got this 1,000 gold, I think this is where they start to try and group up his survivors on the side of No Sorry. Maybe they wait for the full pipe on the Broodmother. The BKB's up for Batrider as well, so this is hitting really good timings on the side of No Sorry.
Dire's top tower
And we'll
is
see how
under
Nemiga,
attack.
how they're going to try and fight. And this is one, because again, the TP comes in, Hellscream on the trees. And the Iron Shell doing a lot of damage. The Balance Strike comes out, though. More Spirelings will be spawned behind the tier 2 towers. If you want to try and make a dive, Vazia, where's that Frostbite? It does come through, so the Surge. Vacuum back. Where's the wall to be dropped? It will be dropped now as well. The Wukong's command. It comes over the top of Dodrin, pops the BKB. The chase down onto Vazia. Vazia, the lasso, the drag back, the Iron Shell. It's not going to be enough damage, but the Darkseer will go down. They might lose the Crystal Maiden here. They've lost the shield. The Rolling Thunder, they have the damage with the Swashbuckle, but the Taser, the Disarm comes out onto the Pango now as well. So Hellscream has to run himself away. Valiant wants to get involved here, but Denozric.
Radiant structures
Dark
are
Pack and Pounce will be used defensively here. Yond, he's going to get low, but there is going to be some proxy mines being dropped here from Yond. So what? They take down the Darks here. The wall has been used as well. Violin, he's only just looking like he's going to be able to pick up Zags. In fact, this is Ags flying into him. It is. Okay, so yeah, so he only just picks it up. 20 minutes in, though. Again, the timing, he's 3k behind. Who's going to be dragged back? It's going to be Denozric. Denozric, the pound comes through from Violent. Can they get the kill? The Apostolic Shield comes through now as well. The borrowed time still available here, will be popped. And now they try to run themselves away, but they want to try and turn this around. Black Archangel can come through with the Frostbite, but it might give up his life for this now. Denozric backs himself away, so they do lose the Crystal Maiden. Look at all those bombs being popped now as well. Maureen tries to get himself in with the roll, but the Rolling Thunder now as well. Yondo, he takes down so bad. And can they go for more? They've got the pounce of the Broodmother. The Broodmother killing himself away. Even with these bombs being popped, Dominic trying to run himself up. Pops the Greaves, but the vacuum back. Dominic, can he get himself out? Hellscream wants to come in. Does get the kill onto the Broodmother. But can he go for more now? I mean, Denozric, he's trying to get himself out. That borrowed time comes up in the next 15 seconds. So the Rolling Thunder from Maureen. They want to go. They get the damage. They take down the Abaddon. And now, who's popping the BKB? It's going to be Dodrin. He's trying to burst on Vazia. He will be able to get the blast off comes through. But, I mean, Violent, he already has that Dark Pact, so will be able to purge off the silence. They lose the techies. They might lose even more. The Batriders. BKB's down. But again, we have this brawl on our hands, and they lose 2 heroes. They take down 4. So, okay, the Abaddon not yet ready to get involved in the fights. Oh, the TP. You won't see it behind the screen, behind this little scoreboard from the fight recap, but that pounce, it was over the top of the Batrider. The Batrider had that TP complete just before Violent connected. I'm talking like a fraction of a second there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, this is looking way better for Nemiga. Even though No Sorry had a great start, going to like 6-1 in the first 5 minutes. Nemiga, they've had this fight back. The Darkseer looking to get them right back in this game. These walls have been on point. Now do they actually go for the chase down? Violent. Using the Dark Pact. You've got the Abaddon illusions to come through. They will be proccing this curse, and Abaddon himself, he got Glimpse back.
Dire's bottom tower
So
is
didn't get the
under
Manta
attack.
off in time for the Glimpse to be effective. Oh, excuse me, the Glimpse was effective because the Manta style wasn't timed right. He didn't use Hurry's tutorial with the sound that to be able to get the timing there onto the Manta style and avoid the pullback of the Glimpse. But yeah, the smoke comes out here from the side of Nemiga. They've got the wall back up. They've got all of their ultimates back up. They might want to try and engage. Was that lasso? It is available. Spawn Spiralings are up as well. They're looking for the wraparound now as well. The lasso, though, they get the drag back. There was no dark pack on the Slug. And now in the freezing field, Slug, he might go down. They do have this, the Static Storm to come through. A lot of damage. They take down Yond in return, but Violent, he's already dead. And Archangel is going to be close to follow now in terms of Yond. So Mallory, the chase comes down, and it might be that they avoid the wall, they avoid the Wukong's command, but these area of denials coming out from Nemiga, you know, trying to fight around this, it is working out for them, but they did lose Violent in the process. Great jump out for the Bat Rider. I wonder if the Bat... I mean, that was a great jump, though. You know, there's no Dark Pack, just quick reactions. You got the lasso onto the Slark. So I wonder if he'll go for something like the Axe here in this game. Just look to get the second target. And get the double drag back. Because, again, no sorry, I think they've still got the control coming into this one, but Nemiga are starting to take the fights. You know, they are starting to wipe the floor in the fights coming through from no sorry.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We see that, I mean, Vizier's going to go back for some more farm. Vizier's had a better game. A way better game than he had on the Axe. You know, the, after that laning stage where he was, you know, he was shut down. He's just had a better game coming through. These walls have been effective. They've been able to do a lot of damage. You get the catch out onto the Broodmother. The vacuums, you know, there's been some massive vacuums back into the Wukongs as well. So Vizier really having a better game this time around. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do. If he's going to be able to carry this one on. Yond, yeah, maybe think he TP'd himself in. But the Glimpse, it just drags him back to the staircase. So not anywhere really for the techies. Techies going towards the Force Staff as well into the Glimmer Cape. So we're not seeing this position for, you know, the E-Blade, the Aether Lens techies to come out. Just, he's got that shard, and then it's purely protection from Yon to help out his teammates. You know, maybe be able to get the Force Staff out that Dodrin doesn't have to buy. So he gets to jump in the lasso. Speaking of the lasso is back available here as well. So where can they go with this? They get the reveal here. It was Vizier going to be the target. The Spiderlings do see them. And smoke, it starts to break. But maybe no, sorry, looking towards the Roche Pit. They have to watch out. The Wukong's command's here. Static Storm now as well. The Glimpse comes back. The lasso, the drag back onto Mallory. Did they get a kill onto the Pango? Will be dropped with the vacuum coming through now as well. But silence onto Pangolier. Pangolier, can he run himself away? No. And Mallory will go down. Yon this time gets a kill. Forward time. Abaddon's going to get pretty down low. Pops it now as well. Hellscream. They're looking for the chase down onto the Monkey King. They have taken down Yond, but they will lose 2 in return. The borrowed time will be used here. Dominic has to get himself away from the wall because these illusions, they will do a lot of damage. Tries to get himself away into the Roche Pit to set up for this. And yeah, with Nemiga losing 2 and only getting the kill onto the techies, this, and again, the wall being dropped, Static Storm already been used as well as the Shadow Dance. This might be a good opening for the side of no sorry. Now, I wonder if Abaddon has 20 seconds. They might even go for Violent. Violent has to get himself away from this one. He's looking for the dive. He's looking to get cheeky in this Roche Pit. He goes in way too early and gets himself out with the second pounce. But they will be on cooldown now, these pounces. And the dive into Nosric, he wants to go for more. Do they actually... They leave the Spiderlings in the pit, carry on doing damage over to Roshan, but do they have the Glimpse? Do they have the damage? It looks like they might not do. And everybody on the side of the Nemiga coming back alive. Was that wall? It's going to be 36 seconds away to get the dive on. They get the kill onto the Crystal Maiden. Mallory coming through with the Rolling Thunder, but they have their own outpost. So yeah, the buyback comes out from the Crystal Maiden. Violent maybe taking some damage coming through. The lasso's not up for the next 35 as well. So the Proxy Mine's doing damage onto the Slark. Do you want to try and contest this again? All of their ultimates are down on the side of Nemiga, only relying on that Shadow Dance, and Roshan is low. Scam comes out from the side of No Sorry. But let's take a look at the ultimates here for the side of Nemiga. 6 seconds on the Wukongs. They've got 1 second on the wall. Rolling Thunder's down for 38. He's Dodrin. He's pushing out this bottom lane. He's got those boots of travel up though, so he can get himself right back into this fight if he needs to. And Maybe they're looking for the group up. Do they want to try and fight this one out? Again, the Batrider comes right back in. Violent. Does he want to try and go for that Shadow Dance? Already, the lockdown. The Wukong Saman comes out. The vacuum into the wall once again. The wall comes out a little bit later on, but the chase down onto Dodrin now. Dodrin can get himself away from this one. And outside of the Wukong Saman, they do go. They've already lost the Crystal Maiden, who did die back after the last fight. But again, the Disruptor has gone down. So nobody wants to give up this rush. But again, the ultimates are down on the side of Nemiga now. It looks like no sorry. They might want to try and contest into this. Grouping up once again. Do the dive in. Dodrin's already used that lasso, so the flame break comes out, trying to push them away here. But do they want to try and come in last second? Yawns maybe comes in with the blast off. It is off cooldown now as well. The bash onto the Slurk, but the Slurk, he has that Shadow Dance. He has the Depth Shard now as well. The dive comes in. Who's going to get the Aegis? The vacuum. Violent. He will be able to pick this one up, and the double balance strike comes out now. Mallory caught in the Roche Pit with the Rolling Thunder, but they do get the kill onto Yon. Now they might even be able to go onto Dodrin, so Nemiga, this is the team that I was looking for in this first game, and no sorry, they are on the retreat. So yeah, going a lot better here for the side of Nemiga. You take this Roche, you get the Aegis on the Slurk. Oh, he might even be able to get on top of the Abaddon. Abaddon pops the Mantis down now as well. Does he want to try and turn this one around? The Dark Pact has already been used.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Violent even gets himself the Paladin Sword. Well, does he? Maybe? Yeah, he sends back and gets the Paladin Sword, so that's going to be nice for him. Jumping onto Violent, jumping onto Dominic. The pounce comes out now. Broodmother, Balance Strike connects onto two once again. The glimpse onto the Brood inside the Static Storm. He even got the lockdown onto the Abaddon, but the Frostbite comes out. Slurk, he has to use that Dark Pact. Trying to go, but Dominic going to be forced after away from this one as well. The Crystal Nova into the Frostbite, into the Freezing Field, and they pop the Aegis. Can they go for more? Yon, he's already used the blast off now as well. Hellscream going to use that BKB. Dominic, though, looking for the damage, looking for the chase down here. The lasso, the lockdown, they might be able to get the kill to Violent. Did he overextend with that last one? It looks like he did. He's dead for the next 53 seconds. Mallory with the Rolling Thunder. And at least Hellscream will be able to get himself away after the BKB, but it might cost him the life of the Pango. The Pango, trying to go for the TP away, will be able to get that TP out after the Rolling Thunder comes through. And it's a good fight going the way of no sorry. You know, they commit a few ultimates, but they get the pop onto Violent twice. So Violent looking for the kill onto the Broodmother. And yeah, overextended though without the rest of his team, so he does go down. And the Abaddon, looks like this time Abaddon's looking for the BKB. So not Basher, you know, not straight into the big item or the overwhelming blink, something like that. Wants this BKB for his protection. Donosric, he feels it this time that he may be getting locked down. He needs it in the Static Storm as well to be able to get these Aphaltic shields off. To maybe not only save his teammates' life, but his life as well, because he's getting fairly low after the borrowed time comes through. With the chase down group up here from Marion, Hellscream, and Vazia. Where are they going to look towards? They might be the Crystal Maiden in the jungle. Yeah, Crystal Maiden, he's going to be caught out. It looks like he's trying to go for the TB. Doesn't matter. Rolling Thunder comes through to disrupt that, and Black Archangel can't get himself away. But meanwhile, Sobat, he might be in trouble now as well, because Field comes up with the blast off. They will be able to immediately get a return kill after Sobat denies that Arcane Rune. So, not bad. 1 for 1 for either side. So both teams going to be alright with that. For Violent just continues to push out this top lane. Yeah, even the Swashbuckle coming through here, but the Pangoli's got himself the Orb of Corrosion, the chase down with the Diffuser Blade as well. And the Abaddon's not been able to take objectives like I thought he would. The tier 1 tower on the top lane still stands for Nemiga. I really thought he was going to be able to come through with this Manta style and push down the lanes, push down the towers. But after the BKB, it's going to be the Nullifier for Donosric. Extra damage. Or at least that's what he's got queued up. So Fortification will be used here for Nemiga right off the bat as this tier 2 tower starts to be pressured here from the side of No Sorry. But Dominic and Donosric with Spirelings, they can just continue to pressure this one out and take it down. Did they want to try and TP in here, Nemiga, trying to defend this one? It looks like they don't. Just going to let the Spirelings, the Catapults, and the Creep Wave do what they can up against this tier. No, now Violent TPs himself in after he sees the retreat of Donosric and Dominic. Okay, so they don't even get this tier 2. They get a kill onto Hellscream though. Black Archangel will get it with the Freezing Field. I wouldn't be surprised here to see the Crystal Maiden go towards the BKB as well. Just with everything interrupting the freezing fields. You know, the BKB shard would be really good for the Crystal Maiden, but gonna go for the defensive, the 4-staff, maybe a Glimmer Cape to come out first, just to try and survive through. But yeah, the Crystal Maiden being able to tank up and survive through the Rolling Thunder with the BKB, while that freezing field goes, that would be quite nice. Hell, maybe they give the shard over to it. Ooh, is there anyone else you would want to give the shard to? Probably the Baron anyway. Oh, maybe not. No. Techies already has his shard. Going towards the Hex here on the Techies as well. So not going to be the E-Blade to come out as Malrine. He's going to find hidden mines. Violent, how's he looking? He's got himself the shard. He's got himself his Aghanim's going towards... is that a... BKB? It is. Yeah, the BKB for the Slark. Already has that recipe coming in. Rig looking for the push down in the bottom lane. Once again, Nullifier looks like it's going to be the item here for Dino. And we'll see how quickly he can get himself towards that. This is the pressure. Maybe the Spylance comes in. I mean, fortifications are already been used here by the side of Nemiga, so this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane should be pressured by the Spylance. They should be able to. They got it fairly low as well. So yeah, the Spylance should be able to take down this tier 2 tower. It will finally go down. It looks like the Spylance doing the job. So Dominic, he gets credit for that. Even using the child labor to get it done. I don't know. Some of these spiders, I tell you what. Actually, did they get a jump here? They might be able to. The lasso comes through. And yeah, they're going to be able to get the lockdown. They take down. It costs them the lasso to get it done. But they get the lockdown onto the Disruptor. And yeah, Nemiga, after seeing the pressure being put onto the tier 2 tower, really weren't expecting that. But that's a good jump coming through here. He's down for the next 35. It does cost them a lasso that's down for the next 66 seconds. And Nemiga, do they respond onto Dodin now as well? Because Dodin has that BKB. Rolling Thunder's going to come through now as well. So they do get the blink in the bash. The Wukong's man coming out. Balance strike. They have that lockdown time before he can get that BKB up. And yeah, the Batrider. Maybe just, again, a little bit lackadaisical there, away from the rest of his team, thinking, I'll be fine. I'll use the flame break. I'll be able to take down this creep wave. Nothing bad will come from it. And, well, something bad did come from it. At least on the side of no sorry. You know, Nemiga, something great came from that. They got the pick off. They got the kill. And it puts the Batrider out of commission for the next 49 seconds. And, I mean, Violent, he's got his BKB up now. It's a fresh one. 9 seconds on that. Baron, how's he looking? He's got himself... Oh, damn. Okay. So Donozric actually splits up the Radiance to go back for the Nullifier into the Butterfly. So he's still going to have the mischance. He's not going to have that burn to come through, though. I mean, the damage stacks up on the Nullifier. You get yourself 10 armor, 75 damage. And the regen coming through here as well. Okay. And you still have that evasion once you get yourself towards the Butterfly. Just means he's going to attack faster, be a lot tankier. God, my hay fever's still going wild here. I know that's none of the viewers are concerned about that. You know, they don't actually care. As all you really care about is the matches. We're going to be able to get back to this one. And the jump in from Donozric. Do they want to go here? Hellscream, he's looking for the angle on the trees now as well. The smoke comes out. It will break Hellscream on that trees. Do they have any vision to take him down? Hellscream going to jump himself away. So the smoke will break onto Dominic. It's going to be a really quick roast challenge as well. 15 seconds. So if they can get a good jump, a lasso to come off, you know, a quick start and get the kill. Speaking of, who did they get the jump onto? So the kick could be used. And it looks like they might be able to get themselves on top of Violent. Violent, though, does he survive through this one? The freezing field will be used. Violent gets really darn low. But he turns this one around and Yon, he might be the first one to go down in this fight. Glimmer Cape to try and keep himself alive, but the sentry had been dropped. And now Dom has to go for the runaway. But the bash comes through here. They've got the lockdown. Seal totem for Broodmother. And Bazia gets a kill onto Black Archangel, but the chase out. This is going to be a rush for Nemiga. Nemiga, even with the Hex coming through on the Broodmother, trying to buy themselves time. This is a really good opening now, and Dominic probably goes down, paying with his life. They're going to be able to get Malrine low, but Dominic will go down. That jump, they just didn't have the burst to get the kill. On to Violent to start that fight, and now they're going to lose Roche Front here, no sorry, and a really good fight for Nemiga. 27 to 24, the net worth lead still going the way of no sorry, only barely. As a bad, and it looks like he really wanted that Butterfly before the fight broke out. But the smoke, you know, the rest of his team were trying to commit. He's only going to be about 300 gold away from it now. But yeah, Nemiga, they get themselves a second roast, but they're going to get themselves a shard as well. Who do you give this over to? Ooh, that is a good question. Pango already has his. Vazia already has his. They're going to give it over to Hellscream. Looks like everybody apart from the Monkey King of the Disruptor already had those. The Disruptor, yeah, he wants his Ag Scepter. This is going to be more important in the fights. To try and force this one through to a game number 3. And Nemiga, they're getting close to doing it. So Violent, how's he looking? He has climbed the net worth. Only about 3k gold behind now, this Abaddon. The Butterfly is up. Slark, I mean, he's got the Mage Slayer, so he's going to be going towards the Bloodthorn here. So, yeah, so True Strike comes out from the Bloodthorn. I suppose you can purge it off as the Abaddon if you really wanted to. No, you can't because you're silenced. What am I talking? No, you got the Manta Style. This is ROBBNROLL all over again for me. You do have the Manta Style that you'd be able to pop if you do get Bloodthorned. So maybe you look towards someone like the Batrider to get that off on, or, you know, the Broodmother, so the Broodmother can't try and run away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Denozric, he's showing in lane Aegis again, once again for Violent. And, I mean, now Nemiga, they're starting to slowly but surely drag this net worth back in their favor. How's Vizir looking? Vizir going towards a BKB of his own after the Lincolns now. Got the Pipe, Blink Dagger, and the Greaves. Dodrin, he's got himself the Octarine Core, going for a refresher. Is he actually going to go for... Oh, looks like he's just going to try and set up onto that tier 1 tower. How far away is the refresher for the Batrider? Just the recipe, I think. Yeah, the recipe. So, 7 gold. Not too far at all. After, literally, doesn't even need the creeps. Just needs to wait a couple of seconds. And he's going to have the gold for that refresher if he wants to go for it. Does he want to buy out for it? Big question, though. Do you buy out for the refresher? Or do you just save the buyback for now? Maybe to try and buy up the extra gold for both. Because he has a refresher of gold if he needs it. But if he does go down, if there's a big fight, especially with the Aegis here, and Nemiga looking to get aggressive, if there is a big fight, and Dodrin goes down early, and he doesn't have that buyback, that could swing the game right in the favor of Nemiga. So we'll see just what you want to do. I mean, both teams not overly, you know, ready to take a fight. They're not overly aggressive here. They're not stacking up. They're not running each other in one big fighty mosh pit. You know, they are starting to... They're still looking for the right timings. They're still looking for these openings. I mean, the Aegis, how long's that got left here on Violence? It's got 2 minutes left on that. So, yeah, they're not in a major rush on the side of Nemiga to get aggressive. But, you know, maybe look for a kill when you have that Aegis. It might be a nice opening for the side of Nemiga. Slark, yeah, 2 minutes left on it. He's even got himself the Pentarite Sword.
Oh, that's nice.
So Arcane Rune takes some damage, but again, he's got that regen to come through from the Shadow Dance. As long as he gets himself out of vision here, the bomb's going to be popping now as well. Violent, he actually pops the Dark Pact. Did you want to go for it? The Spear's going to be broken. The actually might want to try and go to get the glimpse back onto the Brood. The Brood on top of the cliff, so he gets himself right back top of this, trying to avoid the right click damage, but it looks like Dominic, he's still going to go down. The rest of his team not there, and this is a big opening now for the side of Nemiga, trying either force out a buyback
Dire structures are fortified.
or take a couple of objectives around the map, because it looks like the Abaddon still not ready to fight, going towards his overwhelming blink. Has the gold for the Reaver here on the Abaddon. But do you get the last one drag back now as well? Do they take down the Disruptor? Freezing Field comes through. He might be able to. The Glimmer Cape still goes down. Jordan will take him down. Get a response. Black Archangel and Yond both going to be taken down here from Violent. Violent now using the Shadow Dance as well as that Depth Shroud, trying to keep his teammates alive. But Violent, does he get himself away from this one? The damage coming through, and the buyback from Yond now as well. Does he want to try and TP himself in to get the lockdown? And Violent pops his own BKB. Monkey came down the back line. Lasso though, he get the track down to Mallory. Mallory can get himself away from this one. There will be the sounds coming through from the Abaddon, so the Wukong's command has been dropped. The damage coming through though, it's way too much. He get the kill onto the Pangolier. Archangel, the Force Staff comes out. That's the dieback on the Crystal Maiden. What else can No Sorry do from this? It looks like they want to back themselves away. They've got 2 kills. Can they go for more?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Violent gets to jump in, but can he get anything from this? It is going to be the Abaddon that he jumps on. The Glimmer Cape will be there from the techies as well.
Dire's top
But yeah,
tower
you can
is
see
under attack.
on the screen everybody with the buybacks available. It's going to be violent as well as the Hellscream and
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
the Nosric. Everybody else is bought out. Or just doesn't have the gold or already bought back in the case of 2 supports on the side of No Sorry. The bottom lane is starting to push out though. You know, the Nosric did set that one on a path, so it might get some harass down onto the bottom tier 3. It's not going to take it down by any means. In fact, no. Hellscream's going to be down here now as well with the Balance Strike. The Nosric just continues to farm himself this next big item, which is going to be the overwhelming blink here, which makes Abaddon a lot tankier, a lot harder to kill. What have you got? Like another 750 gold before he's going to have the gold for the recipe. I assume the Nosric's going to buy out for this as well. So, Vizier, how is he looking? Going towards a Shivas. Okay. So, has the Lincolns, has the pipe, actually changed his mind, didn't want to go back for a Hex, anything like that. So, he's doing the Shivas here for the Darks here. Mid lane, they get the dive in. I think they're going to get killed off now as well. Did they get a lockdown into Violent? Violence is going to pop now as well, and that Aegis has expired. He's dead for 90 seconds. They might even chase on with Hellscream. Hellscream pops his BKB. The bash comes out to Nosric, but the Nosric he wants to chase. Flame Break now as well, not pushing anyone back. This is a big opening here for the side of No Sorry to get themselves back into control of this game. 80 seconds without the Slark. No buyback available here as well because he did believe, the Slark illusion's coming through, but you know, he had that Aegis, so he wanted to buy out for the basher. And yeah, Slark's straight up dead for the next 65 seconds. What can you do with this? Maybe push down the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. I mean, the Nosric, he's already moved himself towards the bottom lane, so what? You start your siege of your own? As you will have now this overwhelming blink coming out on the courier. The Reaver is there. He gets the gold for it. And we'll be able to push in now to Nosric. Yeah, looking to use the Manta style illusions to push this lane in. Just put some pressure here on the bottom lane. And maybe look for a fight in the next 30 seconds or so. Monkey King of the Trees, Archangel though. Not going to be able to scout him out. So the tier 2 tower under some pressure. The glimpse comes out. Well, it's not going to be the Batrider. So everybody else, they got here on foot. Yeah, 24 seconds on the Slark. What can No Sorry get from this? Did he go all the way to a tier 3? There is still a fortification here. The glimpse comes back again, just to wind down Nosric up a little bit. But the fortification is still here. The Slark's up in 7 seconds. Do they think the lasso? They get the lockdown onto the Disruptor. Blink forward now by the Abaddon. They're going to have the damage. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? The wall gets dropped and everything turns into a slideshow as he do take down Sobat. Sobat immediately buys himself back here. They're going to lose Yond, and Yond again, he's already bought back, but do they get the damage in time? Yond won't be able to get himself out. The gem is on the deck. Everybody else, well, not Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden will drop as well. But again, they force the buyback out from the Disruptor. They lose that, I say quote unquote, they lose that fight on the Radiant side of the map as well with the lanes pushed in. So it's going to take a while. In fact, the techies should be right back on the respawn before they push through on the side of Nemiga. Maybe just the Crystal Maiden, actually. Before the creep wave from Nemiga catch up. 60 seconds away. The 2 creep waves. How long can the side of No Sorry delay for here? Because Nemiga, they want to try and push right back. They want to look to siege out the base of No Sorry. All the ultimates are down, though. The big ones, at least. Yeah, no, they still have the static storm to Nosric. If you want to actually try to pop this one, Violent has his Lincoln's pop now as well. Going towards an Abyssal Blade here on the Slark. So yeah, Nemiga. Ultimates, how far away from coming back up? In fact, the Rolling Thunder is going to come through now as well. What can he do on the backlines to try and disrupt as well? Because he's got himself a double damage unit on the Pangolier. He might be able to take the kill to Dodrin. Dodrin, he will go down. Doesn't have that buyback available. 3 heroes dead on the side of No Sorry. And they're still going to be a ways away as he take down Archangel once again. The Crystal Maiden needed the BKB like 5 minutes ago. 5-10 minutes ago. Because she's just being ripped apart here with under 2k health. The damage creep, it's just enough to get the kill. They take down the mid lane of Rax. They're even going to be able to go towards the top lane. And a second set here as well. No Batrider for 70 seconds. And yeah, you're Abaddon. He's not even trying to defend the base. He's just backing himself, looking for farm in the jungle. I think this is a sign that No Sorry, they know they can't defend this. Batrider does have the buyback. And yeah, Abaddon, he's trying to use these illusions to push out with the double catapult wave. Trying to go for the TP back now as well. They get the drag in. The Batrider though, Yon's going to get low. Violent gets the dive in with the BKB. Can they get themselves out of this now as well? The Batrider buyback has that lasso. The Marine glimpse comes through. He's just going to be able to get himself away with the Rolling Thunder. Okay, they lose 2 lanes of racks. They force out a buyback here as well. They need to force out a buyback from the Batrider. Roshan will be up in 52 seconds. No, sorry, they're hanging on for dear life. It's not completely over, but it ain't looking comfortable for them either. I mean, Crystal Maiden, I know he's the position 5. He really isn't trying to look for the farm. But yeah, he's 3,000 gold behind the next nearest now. They're going to be able to get the balance track as the Broodmother has the Hex. They've got the Glimpse back. It doesn't matter. They've got the lockdown with the Static Storm. He has that buyback if he wants to do it. Immediately comes through with the buyback here to Broodmother. Trying to chase down the Hellscream, the lasso. But this is going to be a lasso onto position for Monkey King. And do they even have the damage to take him down now? Wukong's about gets thrown out. Hellscream, the Death Shroud. But they do a lot of damage. And they get the buyback. This is going to be the death of the side of No Sorry. And this is going to be game number 2 going the way of Nemiga. They completely ran over this game. 40 to 28 and a 22k net worth lead here. 47 minutes in. No Sorry. They just didn't have the control of this. After a great start in the lanes, and yeah, you can see the faces. They know they had a good start, but Nemiga, they just pulled it right back. And this time around, No Sorry couldn't defend it when Nemiga got aggressive. And yeah, Nemiga, him going something like 1-6, 1-7 in that early stage, but they just held out. You know, they knew they had the better fights. They had the better team fight coming into this. Vazia, once he got himself a few items up as well, you know, those Greaves coming through, and all of a sudden, even though the Abaddon was being left alone on the lane to find the farm, it just wasn't what No Sorry needed. I think they needed to get aggressive early, try and chase down and push down heroes again. Crystal Maiden, go get him to a really quick BKB, and he just couldn't do it. And No Sorry got punished. The Batrider got locked down every single time he tried to get himself out in the fight there as well. The lassos come through, and it was just Nemiga running over the top of the No Sorry in those last couple of fights. There was nothing. Dominic, even with getting a good couple of kills in the lane, you know, taking down Valent to start with, Dominic, I just don't feel the impact there from the Broodmother. So yeah, I think it was a bit of a trap coming out from Nemiga, and No Sorry kind of fell right into it. So that is going to be game number 2. We're going to take a quick break, probably about 10 minutes. We'll be back with the third and final one right after this.